It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Cooper Kupp. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Rams and the Eagles under the lights on Sunday night.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime-time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over. They've seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience.
Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And here we go from L.A. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the reigning MVP, the second of his career, the best runner in the game. It's Lamar Jackson.
I think we could give them a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, well, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out, and when he gets there, usually good things follow.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still second down.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again, following the sack. Finds his back, Kyren Williams. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Play clock down to 0 and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still third down.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down after getting this up across the 15. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on fourth down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You can give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them, but just flow to the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that first down marker.
Rams going to punt on fourth down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Picked up at the 38. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. Just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the pistol, Hurts. He's on the move. Now here he goes. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They motion Dotson over left. First down throwing for Hurts. His first throw is an interception. The LSU rookie with the pick. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
Now, I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
The Rams and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Dump off caught by his back. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Darius Slay with the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 30-yard line.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Lamar now from the gun. Throw complete to Williams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's a reception for Tyler Higbee. And he gets him around 6 there. It's Reed Blankenship making the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
And again, it's Jackson. Nakua naps this one along the sideline. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. From the gun, a give to Brown. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Stop made by Braden Fisk. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts now from the gun. Oh, and the ball is out in the end zone. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, partner, but I thought we were coming here to call an NFL game, but this is starting more like a baseball game. 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. No, just kidding. Still there's the first quarter here this afternoon.
Yeah, it feels like a pitcher's duel, too, right? I mean, it's just a low-scoring affair here out the gate. I'll tell you what this does do, though, Kate. Right in this world of analytics and looking at scores, this starts to screw that just conventional wisdom up. When you get an oddball like this, a safety early, just watch over the course of this game how it may affect some of the decision-making of the coaches.
Now L.A. getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down throw for Jackson. Able to find Nakua here. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
From the 36. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Again, it's Jackson to the air. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the 1st. Jackson yet again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up. Lamar throwing again. Caught near the pylon.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
Joshua Purdy on 4th field goal.
Sly's kick is up and good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. In their last drive, reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Gets it to Paris Campbell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Running back sent in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jared Verse on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the pistol, Hurts. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah.
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take a slim 2-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That one complete to Higbee. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running for the marker with Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On 1st down, Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Play fake, Jackson. Throw complete to Williams.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Lamar off the play fake. Throw left side, complete. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Darius Slay with the stop. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 1st down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Lamar now from the gun. Cup on the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Buying some time left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Rams take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. And if you like scoring, well, no doubt this dude's been one of your favorite quarterbacks to watch this season. That is rushing touchdown number 10 on the year, and he's really had a running back's nose for the end zone every time he's taken the field. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams jump in front now by 5. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Campbell hauls it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was Darius Williams on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Hurts now from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So it'll be 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Hurts throwing again. He's got Smith. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles take a slim 2-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Ronnie Rivers now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And while they've worried about his arm a little bit early, he's been happy to get some yards on the ground. Looking like an effective dual threat thus far. Here's Williams to start the drive. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It's complete to Higbee. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now it's Lamar. Able to find Nacua here. And that will not be enough for a first down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Rams. Dealing with third and still 10 to go. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ethan Evans on now to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Eagles and receiver Devontae Smith returning to the field. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. On first down, Hurts. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Running back sent in motion. Hurts trying again on second down. The Rams get to him, and he's dropped. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Running right, it's Barkley. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. We don't get a return out of that punt, and the Rams will take possession. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Lamar. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. It's taken in by Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to Cup. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll come up first and 10. Lamar throwing again. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They can bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
Cut at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards. So we're at halftime of this Sunday night matchup. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Bo Nix, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Huard.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Eagles ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. Second among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. First and 10. Here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Dukes out a one-stop. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down throwing for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Brown on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Taken in by Smith. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Here's Hurts. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that grows the lead to 5.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. First down throw for Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Lamar off the play fake. Throw complete to Williams. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Lamar now from the gun. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Doesn't make the connection. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He's got it. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Eagles will take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll try it right with Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching some careful consideration, and Sean McVay will indeed challenge the call.
Is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout, too.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Rams headed out to the field now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Play fake. Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
They'll get 6 on the run, but still need twice that now. 3rd and 12 coming up.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Goddard makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd and 3 now. Now it's Brown. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Brown on the carry. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Jackson's throwing for it. And he's got a man complete. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that two-point attempt. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. The throw right side, caught by Goddard. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That was Darius Williams on the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. A run with Brown. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Hurts. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Campbell going to motion over right. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Hurts setting up to throw. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hurts. He brings it in. And that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard that time, a defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal. starts to throw. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His third through the air this game. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch, or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
And the two-point pass falls incomplete. Would have felt more comfortable, obviously, with a 7-point lead, but they have to settle for 5. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Rivers. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. He gets this one to Nacua. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Now it's Williams. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. Throw wheeled in by Higbee. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
From the gun, Jackson. To the sideline, and he has the catch. Tough play for a small gain, but it does get the first.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right to hopefully hit the field next week.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. Complete. It's Atwell. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Lamar now from the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Jackson off the play action. He's got it at the 5. It's an LA touchdown. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
All right, here we go. Huge play for the Rams, going for 2.
The Rams will line up for the
Tight end going in motion here. Jackson's going to throw again. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. From the pistol, Hurts. It is caught left side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Hurts now from the gun. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down, Eagles.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for second down. Hurts looking to throw. Into the hands of Campbell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Some movement there before the snap. Right side of the line. This is going to back them up. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. Trying to throw here out of the gun. This one finds Goddard. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Eagles down by only 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. A give now to Brown. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to first and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. I'll try again from the 4. It's second and goal. Here he is to throw. Vacates quickly left side. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Fits it through the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. He'll look to throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Rams are going to have a first down. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. First and 10. Here's Jackson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. First down. Here's Lamar. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. Lamar throwing again. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams push their lead to 3. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
First down throwing for Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. Ball on the 45, first and 10. One final shot here. This is for the ball game. And this will not be caught. So their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Huard, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.